much to the Prime Minister of Australia, Scott Morrison. That incredible donation, $5 million, brings the total telethon raised in our 53 and a bit years to an incredible $400 million. Well done, WA. And thank you, Prime Minister. And we're only just started for Telethon 2021. How about that? Jenna Clark is on the kids' couch. Jenna, good evening.
Thanks, Baz. Hello, I'm Jenna Clark from the West Australian, and this weekend's all about special kids, specifically our Telethon ambassadors, and I'm joined by one now, Year 6 student from Pointer Primary. Ashkay, AK, my good mate, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Now, tell me, why is Telethon so important to you?
Telethon is super important to me because my sister used to be in the hospital next, but when I saw the other kids who were disabled with any reason, I felt really bad, and donating money is the least that we could do.
You are amazing. Thank you so very much for joining us this weekend. Now, we've probably got the biggest crew, don't tell the press gallery. We're speaking to the Attorney General, Michaelia Cash, who's joined us tonight. I think you should give her the grilling of her career. Over to you.
Okay, I'm up for it, okay? I'm up for it, okay.
How are you, first of all, though?
I am absolutely fantastic, but I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, AK, Jenna, cool as a cucumber.
Mate.
Cool as a cucumber. You are an
unbelievable.
absolute star.
Thank you.
Well done, you, for being a Telethon ambassador.
Thank you so much. If you don't mind me asking a few questions, that would be fine. What job do you do for the federal government?
Okay, well, that was my boss on the big screen, so I've got to behave myself tonight. Okay, I've got to behave myself. But I'm lucky enough to be what's called a senator for Western Australia. So I get to go to Canberra and I get to advocate on behalf of all Western Australians, what's in the best interests of them. But I'm also very privileged that the Prime Minister also asked me to be what's called the Attorney General of Australia. So that is Australia's Chief Law Officer.
Wow.
But when you just look at me and say, what do you do? What's sort of the best parts of your role? Being a senator and advocating for Western Australia.
That's amazing. Probably didn't even know what half the things you said, but...
Okay, same. But we roll on, mate.
We roll on. And AK doesn't even have notes.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, why do you love Telethon?
Why do I love Telethon? Because way back in 1979, so this is a long, long time ago now, and I'm sort of really revealing what my age is now. I remember my school. I was a little bit younger than you. We came to Channel 7 studios, the old Channel 7 studios, and it was all about Telethon, and we'd spent the week collecting our pocket money. We came here and we met Fat Cat. We did the whole chain dance with thank you very much for your kind donation. And I'll just never forget that, because it was all about helping kids in need. And I think for me, that's just what Telethon does represent. Western Australians, because it's a Western Australian thing, Western Australians coming together to do just what you said when you were reflecting on your little sister. My little sister died of cancer, a very rare form of cancer, 6 years ago. And tonight, obviously, some of the money is going towards immunotherapy for young kids with rare cancers. I can't think of anything better to have a cause, to be so passionate about as Western Australians, that brings us together to help young kids. That's just amazing.
That's amazing, yeah.
Well,
thank you so much.
You have both done such a great job. AK from Pointer Primary, Attorney General Michaelia Cash, thanks so much for joining us. And let's talk about just how some of those amazing donations are helping the community.
Thank you.
Origins is unique because we're building this incredible platform that has the potential to look at how diseases actually occur and the effect of the environment on the genetics of a child.
Origins is a chance to help individuals whilst collecting data that will affect future generations.
Because there are new discoveries, there are new ways of looking at things. It tests hypotheses. It is probably the largest study of its kind, and we're following 10,000 families through a decade to improve the health not just of the children, but also of their families. So one of the things we've already uncovered that's of concern and quite a surprise to us actually is the iron levels. We've certainly found that a third of children by 1 year of age have got low iron levels. and over 60% of children have got low iron levels by 3 years of age.
Iron levels can impact everything from growth, development, speech, sleep, and appetite.
It's an enormous concern, and we need to understand why that's the case and how we can make that change. We've got 250,000 samples in our biobank and over 15 million data points. It's absolutely unique. We're collecting a whole range of samples in pregnancy, at birth, and beyond. So these include blood, stool, meconium, urine, hair. But interestingly, the stool, which hasn't been collected in a lot of other studies, they are going to be our most precious samples, which will unlock disease, particularly disease relating to our microbiome. It's a global issue. It's a global problem having children with increasing rates of allergies, mental health, obesity, diabetes, autism. And early intervention is the absolute key to improving the health of the next generation. We owe it to our children because every child needs the best start to life. It'll make an enormous difference, not just to our community here, but worldwide.
Another important part of Telethon, and I can tell you right now that thanks to the significant donation of $3.55 million from the Paul Ramsay Foundation, who are supporting the Origins project, a collaboration with Telethon, Telethon Kids Institute and Joondalup Health Campus. Our total, have a look at that, $10.9 million on the Bankwest Telethon tally board already. Wow.